healthcare industry is in a state of change with developments in technology driving it forward. At the helm of these advancements is GE Healthcare Monitoring Solutions. Global Vice President and General Manager Didier Deltort joins me now. Well, Didier, what trends are reshaping healthcare and how does this affect the patient?
Three things are happening right now in the global markets and three angles. Number one is access. As you know, population is aging, there is a rise of chronic diseases and so on and so forth. So you've got shortage of capacity almost everywhere, and even more, in emerging markets. So it puts tremendous pressure on the healthcare systems to cope with the burden around aging population, chronic disease. The second one is quality of care. With, again, this throughput throughout the hospitals, it puts a lot of pressure on the length of stay, on infections, on early mobilization of the patients. Every hospital around the world is looking at delivering care safer, and more affordable. And last but not least, it's a cost. It's a perfect storm at the moment. Governments in the developed world can't afford anymore the cost of healthcare. So tremendous pressure, on access, on safety, and on cost.
So the technology you're developing, how does this benefit the patient, the caregiver, and ultimately the community?
With what I just discussed about, more patients going through the hospitals. At the same time, quality and safety and cost having to be better. We have been looking at the convergence between sensors, algorithm, mobile computing, telecommunications, as well as big data analytics to deliver, better solutions. The stuff we are working on is really, having more and more wearable solutions, which could be on a patient and throughout the hospital stay, monitor the patient's conditions, and really for the caregivers being able to deliver meaningful treatments and decide faster, and at the same time allow the patients to leave the hospitals much earlier and therefore reduce the cost. So again, the conversion of those technologies which were not existing 5 years ago, 3 years ago, that's what we are tapping into right now.
What is GE Healthcare doing to address the needs that are developing from the changing healthcare landscape?
Three things we are doing, Jenny. Number one, we are trying to broaden the portfolio, whether developing solutions in devices, medical diagnostics, pharmaceuticals, and information technologies to really help caregivers to address the evolution of healthcare. Two, we're trying to change the culture, with those rapid changes, in the societies and in different parts of the world. We at the same time trying to come up, with FastWorks methodology, which is about bringing meaningful, global, and affordable solutions on a more repetitive rhythm than just to come up with a new product every 5 years. And this is a big cultural change. And last but not least, we have been trying to partner with companies and startups and external partners so that we can accelerate product developments. But the key word is outcome. It's not about developing boxes anymore. It's about delivering better outcome, for the hospitals and for the patients ultimately.
So what makes you different from the competition?
I think what makes us different is being part of the big GE, a big industrial and financial company which has a huge technology portfolio. We can tap into fundamental research and developments. We can look at what some other industries like transportation, aviation, oil and gas, power and water are doing and look into, because they are facing almost the same challenges, and we can tap into what they are doing and leverage the big G. At the same time, we try to be more nimble, we try to be more agile and develop solutions faster. So it's the depth and the breadth of the company which helps us to differentiate ourselves, but with a very strong focus on healthcare and a very strong history in delivering solutions for the healthcare industry.
You're also dedicated to supporting startups with your Health Innovation Village. So what kind of companies are based there and what breakthroughs have you seen?
What we were trying to do in Finland is to tap into an ecosystem of startup companies. Finland has been known for telecommunication and great invention in IT, in banking and so on and so forth. And then there are at the moment more than 150 startup companies who emerge from telecommunication. And those companies are bringing a lot of technologies and know-how which are needed to develop the wearable solutions we're working on. So we are hosting 20 startup companies in our campus right now. And we are just focusing on, again, the sensors, algorithm, cloud services, big data analytics. And it's amazing also to have those companies in our campus and to have a very traditional engineering organization meeting at the cafeteria, the coffee, and at the gym. And it's the merge of those two types of culture, which I believe on the mid and the long term will bring better results.
So finally, what future innovations are in the pipeline?
What we are looking for is ultimately wearable technologies, but not those that you can see every weekend, the gadgets, which cost 99 euros each and are working very fine on healthy patients, but do not work on the very sick patients. So we're looking at solutions who can work on the very sick patients, not so sick patient, a healthy patient, and throughout the entire continuum of care. And for that, again, you need to have super small wearable technologies. We can perform diagnostics, monitor patients almost 24 hours, but at the same time to be super light and be affordable. Take bulky, professional, expensive medical equipments and make them much smaller, wearable, and affordable so that we can expand the market and tackle some of the most pressing problems in both developed world and the developing world.